Without needing a shelf full of medications, if you've been managing arthritis, there's something important no one talks about. The solutions might actually start right in your own kitchen. There are effective, natural ways to ease your pain. Arthritis doesn't just cause physical pain. It's exhausting. Dealing with stiff joints every morning and struggling with simple tasks you once enjoyed can wear you down over time. But I want you to know, you have more options than simply accepting it. Many people don't realize that your daily food choices can significantly affect how you feel. Some foods can worsen your symptoms, while others can naturally reduce inflammation and pain, while also supporting your overall health. Today, I want to introduce you to 3 common plant-based proteins that have been shown to ease joint discomfort, lower swelling, and help you feel more like yourself again. These aren't expensive supplements or miracle products. They're simple, affordable, real foods you can easily find at your local store. Let's dive in, especially if you're tired of just coping with arthritis and are ready to make small changes that can lead to big improvements. First up, lentils. Let's talk about why lentils deserve a closer look. I get it. Lentils may not seem exciting. They don't dominate Instagram food trends, and they're not sold in flashy packages. But if you or someone you love is dealing with arthritis, this humble legume could become a real game changer. Lentils are incredibly effective at reducing inflammation, easing joint pain, and delivering essential nutrients your body needs to feel better. The best part? They're affordable, require minimal cooking, and are easy to find. Before we continue, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from today. Feel free to leave a comment below and ask any questions you have. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest advice on senior health. Now, if you're still with me, let's do a quick check-in. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0. Alright, so why lentils? Why are they so effective for arthritis relief? Let's start with the basics. Protein. Protein is essential for building and repairing tissues, especially the muscles that help support your joints. Here's the tricky part. Many popular protein sources like red meat can actually trigger more inflammation. When you're already dealing with painful, stiff, or swollen joints, that's the last thing you need. Lentils, however, offer all the benefits of protein without making symptoms worse. In fact, they may even help boost your mood. This plant-based protein works with your body, not against it. But lentils' benefits go far beyond just protein. They're also rich in magnesium, a critical nutrient many people, especially older adults, don't get enough of. Magnesium plays a big role in controlling inflammation. Think of it as your body's natural muscle relaxant, easing stiffness, loosening tight joints, and even reducing nerve pain in some cases. If you've ever woken up feeling stiff no matter how much you stretch, a lack of magnesium could be part of the problem. Next, potassium. It's more important for arthritis than you might think, even though it's often overlooked. Potassium helps the body eliminate excess sodium, which can cause bloating, water retention, and worsen joint swelling, especially after eating processed foods. If your hands or knees often feel swollen, boosting your potassium intake with foods like lentils can naturally help reduce that puffiness and ease your pain. Reducing swelling equals reducing pain. It's that simple. And there's more. Lentils are a fantastic source of fiber. You might be wondering, what does fiber have to do with arthritis? Actually, quite a lot. Sharp spikes in blood sugar can trigger inflammatory responses in your body, which means more pain, stiffness, and discomfort in your joints. Fiber helps slow down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream, keeping your blood sugar levels more stable throughout the day. Eating fiber-rich foods like lentils not only protects your joints, but also helps maintain steadier, more balanced energy. We can't forget about folate, either, also known as vitamin B9. folate doesn't get talked about enough, but it's crucial in lowering homocysteine levels in the blood. High homocysteine is linked to increased joint pain and inflammation. The good news? Eating lentils regularly can help keep folate levels healthy, making a quiet but powerful difference over time. You might now be thinking, that all sounds great, but how do I actually eat lentils? The answer: however you like, even if you're not a big fan of cooking. Lentils are extremely versatile and, honestly, very easy to work with. They add texture and heartiness to soups and stews. You can combine them with spices, onions, and garlic to create a flavorful lentil curry. They also store well in the fridge and can be tossed into salads with olive oil and chopped vegetables. Lentils can serve as a filling for tacos, wraps, or even homemade veggie burgers. If you're aiming to reduce your meat intake, lentils are a great option, easily taking on savory, spicy, or even slightly sweet flavors thanks to their ability to absorb seasoning beautifully. Here's another reason to love them. Lentils don't require overnight soaking like many other beans and legumes. This makes them perfect for quick meals. Just rinse, add water or broth to a pot, bring it to a boil, then simmer for 20 to 30 minutes, done. They're also gentle on your digestion, with little risk of heaviness or bloating after eating. Want to boost their benefits for arthritis? Pair lentils with other anti-inflammatory foods. A squeeze of lemon juice, a pinch of turmeric, a sprinkle of black pepper, or a handful of raw spinach or kale can enhance their joint-supporting effects. When you combine these foods, you're not just creating a healthy meal. You're giving your body exactly what it needs to fight pain and stiffness. Many people don't realize how small changes can make a big difference. You don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Just start by adding lentils to a few meals each week. It's a low-cost but powerful step toward better health. And to be honest, sometimes the most beneficial foods are the easiest to overlook. Next time you're at the grocery store, remember to pick up a bag of lentils. Try them in a new recipe. See how your body responds. Lentils aren't just filling. They're actively supporting your joints, fighting inflammation, and giving you the strength to stay active and live the life you want. It's easy to feel like arthritis is taking control and your body is working against you. But we have powerful tools to fight back, and they don't all come from a pharmacy. Foods like lentils show us that healing can start with something as simple and strong as what we choose to eat. Now, let's move on to chickpeas. Chickpeas are one of the most underrated yet highly effective foods for easing arthritis symptoms. You might recognize them as the main ingredient in hummus or those small round additions to salads. But chickpeas are far more than a trendy topping. These little legumes are packed with nutrients that can improve your overall health in a lasting, simple way while helping to lower inflammation and joint pain. Once you understand what chickpeas can do for your body, especially if you're living with arthritis, you'll see them in a whole new light. Let's start with their benefits. Chickpeas are an outstanding source of plant-based protein, much like lentils. They're an excellent alternative to red meat, especially if you're trying to avoid the saturated fat and inflammation red meat can sometimes cause. The protein in chickpeas supports muscle maintenance and repair, which is especially important as we age or if stiff joints make movement harder. Stronger muscles mean better support for your joints, reducing strain, pressure, and discomfort over time. Even better, chickpeas offer this support in a clean, plant-based way without promoting inflammation. What really sets them apart, though, is their high level of polyphenol. That might sound technical, but simply put, polyphenol are natural compounds that act as antioxidants in the body. They help prevent damage from free radicals, unstable molecules that can increase inflammation and harm your cells. If you have arthritis, your body is likely dealing with oxidative stress, which worsens symptoms over time. That's where chickpeas come in. Their polyphenol work to strengthen your body's defenses, lower inflammation, and protect your cells every time you eat them. It's like giving your joints a protective shield with every bite. And the benefits don't stop there. Chickpeas are also a fantastic source of vitamin C, which is essential for collagen production, a critical component many people overlook. Collagen is the connective tissue that helps joints move smoothly, acting as a cushion between your bones. When the cushioning between your joints deteriorates, it can leave you feeling sore, stiff, and creaky. However, your body can still produce the collagen needed to maintain smooth, pain-free movement, provided you get enough vitamin C from foods like chickpeas. By eating chickpeas, you're not just masking symptoms. You're actively helping to rebuild your joints from within. Chickpeas are also a fantastic source of magnesium, an often overlooked mineral critical for joint health. Similar to lentils, magnesium strengthens bones, relaxes muscles, and calms the nervous system, all essential for managing arthritis. When muscles are tight and stressed, your joints have to work harder. Magnesium helps ease that tension naturally and promotes better sleep, which can be difficult for those dealing with chronic pain. When you are well-rested and your muscles are relaxed, your joints also benefit from much-needed relief. Of course, any conversation about chickpeas would be incomplete without mentioning their fiber content. Fiber plays a key role in regulating blood sugar, which impacts more than just your energy levels or weight. High blood sugar triggers inflammation throughout the body. Consuming sugary or refined foods spikes inflammatory markers, often worsening arthritis symptoms. Thanks to their naturally high fiber content, chickpeas slow down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream. This helps maintain steady blood sugar levels, reducing inflammation and making your joints feel less irritated throughout the day. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Chickpeas are incredibly versatile. Hummus, naturally, is a classic, creamy, flavorful, and perfect with whole grain crackers or fresh veggies. But don't stop there. Roasting chickpeas with olive oil and spices creates a crunchy, satisfying snack that's a healthier alternative to chips. You can also toss them into stir-fries with colorful vegetables and a pinch of turmeric, another powerful anti-inflammatory, or add them to salads, soups, and stews. Chickpeas also serve as a hearty base for curries and pair wonderfully with foods like sweet potatoes, avocado, spinach, or quinoa in grain bowls. Thanks to their mild taste, they easily take on the flavors of whatever seasoning or sauce you use. You might be surprised at how many ways you can incorporate chickpeas into your meals. If you enjoy baking, chickpea flour makes an excellent gluten-free alternative for breads, pancakes, and even cookies. Whole chickpeas can also be blended into brownie batter or used to form vegan burger patties. Because they are so filling, chickpeas help you stay satisfied longer. Great for managing both your weight and arthritis symptoms. Another bonus, chickpeas are affordable and widely available. There's no need to shop at specialty health food stores or spend a fortune. The next time you're at the grocery store, pick up a few cans or buy dried chickpeas in bulk for even greater savings. If you opt for canned, just remember to rinse them well to remove excess sodium. Cooking dried chickpeas at home is simple and cost-effective if you have a little extra time. Either way, you're packing a lot of nutrition into your meals without overspending. So, how often should you eat chickpeas? Start by adding them to your meals a couple of times a week. Over time, you'll notice even greater benefits with more consistent use. If your body handles them well, it's fine to enjoy them daily. Your digestive system will welcome the extra fiber. Your joints will benefit from the steady mineral supply, and your energy levels may become more stable. Living with arthritis can often feel like fighting a battle you never signed up for. But simple foods like chickpeas remind us that healing doesn't always come from a pill bottle. Sometimes, it's just a matter of making better choices at the dinner table. These tiny legumes may be small, but they offer powerful support. With each bite, you take a small step toward regaining control of your health. So, the next time you're planning your meals or walking through the grocery store, remember, chickpeas are much more than a simple side dish. They're packed with exactly what your joints are craving: potent, natural anti-inflammatory nutrients. Toss a few cans into your cart, try out some new recipes, and work them into your routine. Your taste buds, your body, and your budget will all thank you. Now, moving on to the third plant-based powerhouse, tofu. This one might surprise you. We're talking about tofu. Yes, tofu. While some people love it, others aren't quite sure how to use it. However, tofu might just be one of the best foods you can add to your diet if you or someone close to you is living with arthritis. It may not be flashy, but it's packed with nutrients that help lower inflammation, protect your joints, and support your body where it's needed most. But why tofu specifically? To start, tofu is made from soybeans, one of the rare plant-based foods that are considered a complete protein. This means it contains all 9 essential amino acids needed for tissue growth and repair. Remember, your bones, muscles, and joints depend heavily on protein to stay strong, especially as you get older. Stronger muscles help carry weight more efficiently, taking pressure off your joints, which can make a big difference when managing arthritis. Tofu offers that support with a gentle anti-inflammatory effect, something that's not always possible with animal-based proteins. But tofu's benefits don't stop with protein. Let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids. You've probably heard how good they are for your heart, but they're just as important for your joints. Omega-3s help your body produce fewer inflammatory chemicals, leading to less pain, swelling, and stiffness. Although many believe omega-3s come only from fish, tofu is actually one of the few plant-based sources of this crucial nutrient. So, if you're leaning toward a plant-based diet or simply avoiding seafood, tofu still lets you enjoy these natural anti-inflammatory benefits. And there's more. Tofu is a great source of calcium. A mineral you already know is critical for strong bones. But here's something you might not realize. With arthritis, especially osteoarthritis, it's not just about protecting joints. Your bones also need care. When your bones are strong, your whole skeleton is more stable, which in turn eases the pressure on your joints. For those who are lactose intolerant or trying to cut back on dairy due to its potential to cause inflammation, tofu offers a reliable, dairy-free calcium source. Tofu often goes a step further, too. Many varieties are fortified with vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium and plays a major role in bone strength, immune function, and inflammation control. A lot of people, especially older adults, are deficient in vitamin D without even knowing it. This deficiency can make arthritis symptoms worse. So, choosing tofu with added vitamin D is a simple but wise move. We're still not done. There's another important group of nutrients in tofu: isoflavones. These natural compounds act somewhat like estrogen in the body, but without throwing your hormones off balance. Research shows that isoflavones can help ease arthritis pain, improve joint flexibility, and decrease inflammation. Some studies even report that people who regularly consume soy experience better joint function and less stiffness, especially those with rheumatoid arthritis. It's yet another way tofu can work with your body's natural healing processes. But remember, it's not a miracle cure. Now, you might be wondering, how do I cook tofu? Isn't it bland? A fair question. Tofu on its own doesn't have much flavor, but that's exactly why it's so versatile. It absorbs the flavors of whatever it's cooked with: lemon juice, ginger, garlic, soy sauce, chili flakes, you name it. As for preparation, the options are endless. For a crispy texture, you can pan-sear, broil, bake, or stir-fry it. Start with very firm tofu, press out the extra water, and marinate it for an hour to help it soak up all the delicious flavors. Then toss it into a salad, curry, stir-fried vegetables, or even a wrap. You can sauté it in a sauce or bake it until golden and crisp. It's incredibly flexible. There's also silken tofu, a smoother version perfect for blending into soups, smoothies, and dairy-free desserts. You can easily mix tofu into sauces, dips, or puddings, getting all the protein and anti-inflammatory benefits without even noticing it's there. In fact, tofu can sometimes replace cream in recipes, cutting down saturated fats while still providing key nutrients. One of the best parts? Tofu is affordable and widely available. You don't need to visit specialty stores. Most supermarkets carry varieties ranging from silken to very firm. And unopened tofu keeps well for a long time, making it handy for quick, healthy meals whenever you need them. So, how often should you eat tofu? If you tolerate soy well and don't have allergies, try adding it to your meals a few times a week. Pair it with other anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, turmeric, or whole grains like quinoa and brown rice. You'll be giving your body a broad mix of healing nutrients, omega-3s, calcium, protein, and doing it in a way that's good for your joints, your digestion, and your budget. Living with arthritis can feel overwhelming. The frustration of limited movement, the lingering aches, the stiffness that slows you down. But small changes, like adding tofu to your diet, can make a meaningful difference. It's not about being perfect, it's about making steady progress. It's about choosing foods that help your body ease discomfort and give you back a sense of control. And tofu, humble as it seems, is one of those foods. No matter how long you've been eating plant-based, or even if you're just starting, give tofu a try. Experiment, make it your own. Because sometimes, the best medicine isn't found in a bottle. It's sitting right there in your kitchen. And one of the best-kept secrets for managing arthritis might just be tofu. Before we wrap up, here's a quick reminder. If you have arthritis, keep these 3 plant-based proteins in mind. Chickpeas, tofu, and lentils. They're rich in nutrients that naturally protect your joints, improve your mood, and reduce inflammation. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated diet plans. Just simple, wholesome foods that nourish you from the inside out. Try adding one of these to your meals this week and notice how your joints feel. Small steps can lead to big changes. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button. It really supports the channel. And to make sure you don't miss future videos, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.